All right, hey guys, I'm making another video. So I told you guys that I'd be making more Monster Warlord videos, and I am not going to disappoint this time. This time, what to do with your honor? Before we get right in, I did like a little grassroots marketing. I just said in World Chat that I had a channel and that I'm making gameplay videos. One thing I really love about Monster Warlord is that yes, there are toxic trolls and stuff, but there's also so many people that they don't mind that I'm weak because like genuinely, I mean, I played before, I play now, I talk to people on Reddit, forums all the time. I know what to do. Like I'm not the best player, but I'm a pretty smart player. That's how I play. I don't spend a lot, and even when I do, I try to be smart with how I spend. So we're gonna go over how to spend honor. But before that, just some shout outs. Like as soon as I did it, Helping Hand Delta, AL Error, 1000 Sid, people who talk to me about watching my YouTube channel. So huge thanks for them. And so let's get right into it. So commonly asked question in world chat, almost like two asked during honor roulette. Like you'll see maybe 100 guys every hour asking, "Oh, what should I do with my honor? Oh, I have 300 honor. Oh, I have 500 honor." So I'm just gonna set the record straight. You have to realize that this will be very opinionated because there's two main ways to look at this. But I'm gonna get rid of the other ways that I think most people agree are wrong. First, uh, the first notion that people have is I should spend on Fortune Monster Egg. Now, technically, the Fortune Monster Egg isn't bad. It costs 200 honor, and you have a 30% chance of it being very cost efficient. 25% chance of an infinite plus. Great, that's cost efficient. You got something worth 300 for 200. And if you're lucky enough to get a Mystic or an Eternal plus, huge savings. Like, ridiculously huge. But, if you look at it statistically, 70% of the time you're getting outer plus. It's not really worth it. Okay. Second thing, a lot of people say if you're weak, you should buy an outer plus or an infinite plus. I agree with this up to a point. I believe when I first started out, this is what I did, and I think it helped me. I get top 30% in arena with 5 infinites. I was getting the same thing with 2 infinites. So if you have, let's say, 800 honor, and your best is a supreme or an outer, buy. First of all, don't buy any outer pluses. The higher the tier, the better. So, because if you buy 2 outer pluses for 150, that's 300. That's the equivalent of an infinite plus. But the problem is, to have the same power as an infinite plus, you would have to combine. And there's no guarantee on combining unless you special combine. So I would buy an infinite plus or two and then save. The one you want to save up for is Eternal Plus. So main points being, if you're super weak, like outer or less is your best monster and you're getting whooped in arena, spring for the, 1 or 2 infinites, maybe even a Mystic Plus, and then nothing else. After that, you want to save wholly for Eternal Plus. Now, here's the thing that comes with that, though. A lot of people believe that the new tier will be coming out soon, and for good reason. Gameville usually releases at least one tier a year, and it is already coming to the end of August. Anniversary is coming up of Gameville, a good time for them to release. I'm actually going to show you a message from a top player. Let's go back. Say Royalty Big Bear. I've been talking to a lot of royalty players because they are top guild who believe the tier's coming soon and they save jewels for it. They believe it will be sometimes in October. So the general consensus is that eventually a new tier will come, and what that means to the average player is that for 1800 you will soon be able to get a divine plus, and an eternal plus will only be worth 800 honor. So you'd think, okay, so I'm just going to save all my honor. Like right now I have 4600 honor. I'm actually having an eternal debate about this. Problem is, so this is the end of August, right? Let's say this comes out in October. That's 2 months of saving. You'll save, if I have 4600, I'm getting top 30%. I have an A/S rank guild for Turf War. Maybe an honor roulette comes by or a currency roulette, as I've shown how much I love it. I save up a lot. But in those 2 months, someone in my place who just buys the Eternal Plus, well, I have problem farming dungeons. I leveled up a bit too high. With 5 stamina, I can get a god. That's basically what I can get. For 5 stamina, I can get a god. With an Eternal Plus, I could probably be getting S rank on Helioses, getting S gods. maybe even getting SS gods, right? So that's 2 months of much superior dungeon farming. That's the one advantage. Advantage in arena. I actually think that's sort of a negligible effect because at least for me, I'm already winning a decent amount. It's just I have to be active enough, and I've been playing this one other game. I'm trying not to put too much attention in either one of the games, but I feel like getting an Eternal wouldn't really help me. If you're at a point though where you're getting your butt whooped, for example, if you level past 160, a lot of people say that you start fighting people with full Eternal plus sets or full Divine plus sets. Then maybe it makes sense for you to, because even if you're super active, losing all the time, you probably will not get the rank you want. But in my position, there's no point in getting Eternal plus. Second advantage, people like to say, is World Boss. World Boss, sorry. That doesn't really make a difference. 2 billion, or if you get a Dark Eternal plus 2.3 billion damage will not make a huge difference. Epic Boss, same thing. Turf War would make a difference, but most guilds don't usually have a points minimum on that. So really, you'd be getting an advantage in arena, team battle, and dungeons. But I genuinely believe they don't make a huge difference. So I've decided to save all mine. To show you how big of a difference it could make, I'm actually gonna go. Don't want to make this too long, because judging off my own attention span. Oh, by the way, I'll have a video about World Boss out soon about how to most efficiently do it. Let's go to Power Master. What did we want to see on him? Did I want to show you guys? Okay, Divine and an Eternal. So we're just gonna check out Fire because they have the average amount of damage. Oh god, okay, this is upgraded, so this is gonna be a bit off, but let me just show you his Zerong. His Divine Plus is about 6.6 billion damage. This is Awakened, so obviously you will not have the same, but I'm gonna show you an Eternal Plus, 2.69 billion. That's upgraded too, so roughly, right? A Divine Plus is worth roughly about 2, maybe 2.2 Eternals. So right now, I could buy 2 Eternal Pluses, which would be, if we use Fire an example, 5.4 billion DPH boost, or I could wait till Divine and I could get almost 13 billion boost. Not to mention that if I bought Eternals, I would have to special combine my way up. So just as a way to show you guys, if you need the strength immediately, if you genuinely believe that it would help you in dungeon farming immensely and arena, go for it. Otherwise, save for the new tier. And if you do decide that you need to strengthen out, please don't buy a Mystic Plus or an Infinite Plus unless you're very, very weak. You want to be saving up for that Eternal Plus. Alright guys, hope that helped you to learn how to use your honor right. See ya.